We are the pupils of the secondary school number 1 of Sysert. The theme of our project is Sysert Plant-Museum, the history of my native town and the history of the plant. The aim of our project is to learn more about our native town. We wanted to find out how our ancestors lived and what they did. We will tell you about the youngest and very interesting and unusual museum of our native town, Sysert Plant-Museum. There are 3 museums in Sysert. They are well known and popular not only in our town. Many tourists from different places of Russia and abroad visit them. They are Pavel Bajov Memorial House Museum, Local History Museum, and Sysert Plant-Museum. You can see them on the map of the town. Pavel Bajov's house holds many unique objects of Russian people's daily life in 19th and early 20th centuries. Local History Museum. Today, exposition of the museum occupies 5 exhibition halls that describe the history of Sysert from the past to the present day.
Sysert Plant-Museum is the youngest museum in our town. It is being created on the initiative of the local historian Alexander Savichev. The museum is devoted to the history of the Sysert plant from the 18th century of present day. The museum was opened on November 7, 2020. On that day, the first excursion around the museum was held. The exposition of the museum includes unique exhibits shared by local residents or found on the territory of the plant. The exhibits reflect 3 centuries of the history of the plant. The history of the plant reflects the history of the town. Here we can see the photos, drawings, and documents of Sysert and its history. Everybody can see and even touch some tools, equipment parts, workers' clothes, as well as household appliances and other objects of the Russian people during life. During the excursion around the museum, we learned a lot of new information. Our guide Alexander Savichev is a wonderful storyteller. Everyone listens to him with great interest and pleasure. He loves Sysert and infects all the people around him with his love for his homeland.
We met with Alexander Savichev. He answered our question and told us about their plans for the development of the project. They are currently developing an animation exhibition machines of the old Sysert plant. It will be held in April 2022. A cultural exhibition project the plant is talking. They are going to record video interviews of the workers of the plant of the Soviet period and their descendants. Lectures by Ural scientists about the history and technologies of the Urals, educational video for excursion and lectures, audio tours around the museum, and of course the researching and collecting work will be continued. Alexander Savichev and his team have great plans for the future. In July 2020, the Summer at the Plant project was launched in Sysert. A lecture hall, a concert hall, a coffee shop in pizzeria were created. During 2 months, the castle was visited by 20,000 people and dozens events were held. Last summer, the 2nd season of the Summer at the Plant started in Sysert. It was even more interesting than the first one. Summer co-working and glamping individual mini offices were created.
Everybody can read about Sysert Plant-Museum and other interesting places of our native land in our school magazine Friendship.
In conclusion, we want to say, working on the project, we learned many interesting and unknown facts about Sysert and its history. We didn't know that Sysert had such an interesting and so many famous people who had lived there in the past.
We saw many unique exhibits in the museum. They describe now Sysert, but its symbols and signs are still alive. We fell in touch of the past. We have interesting conversation with people who had much more knowledge about our native town and the Urals, and they shared their knowledge with us.
Welcome to Sysert and our Plant Museum. Thank you for attention. Any questions?
What are the most interesting exhibits you have seen at the museum?
It was interesting for me to see cast iron cannonballs which were made at the plant in the 18th century. They were used to defend Sysert during attacks on the town in the 18th century.
Have you
been to any other museums of your town?
Yes, we have. We have visited Bajok House Museum and Sysert Local History Museum. It's worth visiting them.
What do your schoolmates write in your school magazine about?
There are different headings in our magazine. One of the most popular ones is My Native Land. Here we can read our students' articles about important events in the life of Sysert and Europe. Materials about our famous countrymen, interesting places, customs and traditions of the people of the Europe. We love our native land and are proud of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.